What's going on, guys? The Iron Jesse here, and welcome back to my new LEGO Jurassic World set review. And today I'm reviewing the new baby dinosaur Dolores Aquilops set based off of Jurassic World Rebirth. This is set 76970, it ages 7 plus, it has 339 pieces and no minifigures. I got this set at the North Point Mall's LEGO store last month, and this set costs like $28 here in North America and around the world for the lineup. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the set. So we have two builds that you get in this set. We have the plant itself and Dolores. So we're going to take a look at the little side build first, and then we're going to take a look at Dolores. So let's take a look at this side build. That is like the little plant build that you get for Dolores. This is like some food for Dolores. So we have like the entire front part of this little side build, so it isn't that much, but at least this is just like a nice little side build that you get for the dinosaur itself. So we have all these leaf pieces in green, and we have these red flower pieces to represent some berries, but not some poison berries, just regular berries. But yeah, at least I still dig it. So we have the entire front part of the build. We have these leaf pieces in green to represent like the leaf design for the build itself. And we do get these little leaf pieces, as I mentioned, in green. You do get 3 of them on this spot, the one that I'm holding right now, the center part, and even on this area right there. And we do get the red flowers to represent the berries, as I mentioned before. And here we have like the back of the build that shows you how it's all connected. So we have that like this brown piece to connect the leaves right there, which you can see how all that is connected. But yeah, you can't just like remove one of those leaf pieces to add like that same like red flower or berry pieces, what I meant to say. But yeah, you can add that on one of Dolores's hands if you want to. But yeah, there isn't that much for the build, but that is all that you get for this little side build. But at least it's not so interesting, well, just a smidge, but at least it's a pretty neat little side build that you get in this set. So that is it for the side build. Now let's go ahead and take a look at So here is Dolores, and honestly, the build itself is still fine the way it is, but I adore these cute little baby dinosaur builds. But at least I got one of them, at least, because I didn't own the previous 2 baby dinosaurs from the previous Jurassic World LEGO set way from the past few years. But I'm glad I got one of them. But this one, on the other hand, is a alright looking build, since it has some issues, but at least I can still do like the design for it. So taking a look at the front of Dolores, we have the head sculpt, which is a nice slash neat build, since I'm not a fan how like those parts are like showing. What I get is just how the whole build is, but at least I love the colors, which is the tan, the dark tan, and the dark red pieces for the dinosaur itself. I love how the eyes are printed on both of the left and right side of the head. We do get that mouth design for Dolores, and I love the little hands for this baby dinosaur. So we have a stud sticking out, and here we have like one of those berries that are attached to the hand for the dinosaur, since if you want to, you can't just like put it on the right hand if you want to, along with the leaf or without the leaf for it. So I love the little like nails for the dinosaur itself. I thought it looks pretty cute, since I love the detailing on that, and I just love how nice and good it looks. So take a look at the side of the Dolores, which is pretty nice and detailed, since we have the side of the head sculpt. And yeah, this is like some parts of the issues that I'm not a fan of, especially this. Like, we do the articulation, I'm not a fan how they did like I'm not a fan how they did with the arm itself, because when they did like this, it doesn't look well. But when you move it up like this and adjust the hand, let me just try it. There we go. So at least it looks better like this just a bit, but when you move it like this, it looks pretty off in my opinion, since I'm not a fan how they did that for the build itself. I guess just how the way it looks, but I'm still not a fan of it. But at least I love the nice look for the leg itself. I love the look for the ankle with those slope pieces and the tan pieces. We do get those same little baby dinosaur toes for both of the feet. And I love the detailing for the left leg for Dolores with the tan and the red color scheme. So yeah, I just love that. And we do get that pizza slope piece in that sand yellow color, so I am a fan of that. So I totally dig the nice color scheme for Dolores. I love the top part for the dinosaur itself, which is the back of it. The tail looks pretty great with the light tan and brown color scheme for the detailing itself for Dolores' tail. And I love how they added that Nexonite piece in that light tan color. I thought that was pretty clever of them, which is a good touch for the dinosaur itself. Now take a look at the back of Dolores. So we have the back of both of her left and right leg, which you can see. And we have the back of the tail. We have that nice look for it. And yeah, we had the top part with those like slope piece, well, chisel pieces in light tan and brown, which you can see that's connected to the pattern of the belt. So yeah, I just totally dig that. And we have the back of the dinosaur and the back of the head, which is a neat touch. And we have those 4 studs on the back of Dolores, and I love the detailing for the back of the legs for the dino itself, which I totally dig. And here we have the right side that has the literally the same thing for the dinosaur itself. So I don't have anything else to say about it. It is the same side as the left side of the build, but at least it is pretty nice and solid. But I love like the detailing for like the angles for the skull itself. It's same thing for the left side of the dinosaur. But yeah, I'm not a fan how like the whole build for the skull itself turns out. But at least it's sort of fine for the way it is. But at least I sort of dig it. But at least it is pretty okay for what it is. And as usual for these baby dinosaurs, they do have articulation. So the head can move up and down just a smidge, and it can't like rotate just like so, since I hear all the clicking parts. And the mouth can open up and down just like this. You can't let it open all the way just like this. We have like that tongue for Dolores, and you can close it up if you want to. I'm just gonna leave it open just a smidge. And for the arms, they're on a ball joint, so you can move them in and out or possibly swivel. Well, the head can get in the way. You can bend the knees just like this, and the little palm is on a ball joint, so you can move that in an angle, which is pretty nice. And as for the legs, you can like move them front and back just like this, and you can move the ankle up and down, and there you go. So there isn't no ankle pivot. It's just how the whole build turns out. And as for the tail, you can move it just like so, but it is easily, let me just adjust the feet for Dolores. There we go. So yeah, it easily moves so quickly. Like when you move it around like this, the tail moves back and forth like this. Like when you move it around, or you can like move it just like so, like in your own way. So yeah, it moves pretty quickly like this. And yeah, that is just how the whole build is. So yeah, when you like move it around, the tail moves so quickly, since it's just how the whole build is. Like you can move the tail on your own while you like put it down your table or displaying it if you want to, but when you move it around like this, it moves back and forth so quickly because it is attached to that piece. But yeah, it moves back and forth so quickly, and that's just how the whole build is. But yeah, that is all that you get. So you do get the dinosaur and the plant. There aren't any more like play features. Well, this set doesn't have any play features at all. Just like the articulation and the plant build, and that's all that you get. So yeah, this is just a brick build baby dinosaur set, just like how it is with the other 2 ones that we've gotten for Jurassic World. Like I said, I don't have the previous version, so this is the only one that I have in my collection right now. So yeah, at least this is all that you get in the set. Nothing much, but at least this is just how the whole thing is. So that is it for the build of the set. Now let's move on to the overall. This is a pretty solid set, and I wanted to get some of the sets based off of Rebirth, which is the new film that already released. But again, for this set, like I said, is pretty solid. And that $28 price tag, I'm not a fan of it, since when this set was revealed, I feel like I remember it was like a $23 set, but they raged up the price all the way up to $28, which I'm not a fan of. So I wish they could trim it down to like $23 to make the price not so like a little expensive, because this is a 339 piece set for $28. Like, are you kidding me? This should have been like a $23 set instead of just $28, because $28 is ridiculous and it is pretty unfair. So the build itself is neat for the way it is, since I still dig the articulation. I love how they nail like the feet and the palms for Dolores, since I love the little nails for both of the left to right palm and the feet itself, which I totally dig. And I love the printing for the eyes, and I still dig the articulation. And as for the tail, it is moving so quickly. Like when you move it like this, it moves pretty fast and quicker. Like when you hold it around and when you're trying to put it on display, like it does move way too quickly. And you can't just like move it with your fingers if you want to, but when you like move it around, like when you carry the set, like when you're trying to display it or put it on your desk or whatever you put in your room, the tail moves pretty quickly. But at least the angles for the head is still fine for the way it is, since I'm not a fan how they like did that, but at least it is pretty okay. It's just how the way it is. And I'm still not a fan how like they did both of the arms like this. I mean, they could just like use some other different pieces to make it a little better, but I get it's just how the whole build is. But yeah, I'm not a fan how they just did that, because it's just a little like a pain in the butt for how the whole build is. But at least I love the color scheme for it, with the dark red, dark tan, light tan, and some of the brown color scheme for it, since I am a fan how colorful Dolores is, because they really know like the color design for the build itself. And we did get a little side build in this set, as I showed you earlier, which is this plant build for Dolores. So you can't just like take off one of the leaves and put it on either of the palms for the dinosaur itself, along with that red berry piece, since I love how they use the red flower pieces to represent the berries that are like non-poisonous or so, but it's just the berries in general. Or like one of the candies that Isabella gave to the dinosaur in the film, just like how that happened. So anyways, yeah, at least this is a fine looking set, but at least it is pretty cute and adorable, since I adore these baby dinosaur sets. But at least I got one of them, because like I said, I didn't own the previous two baby dinosaur sets from the previous Jurassic World Lego set way from the past few years. But still, this is a pretty decent one. But at least it is pretty cute for what it is. But at least it is fine the way it is. But I can still dig it. But I wish they could make some parts of it a little bit better, so it could be fully completed to the way it is in the film for the lineup itself. So I don't have anything else to say about this set, but that is all I've gotten so far right here. So that is it for now. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and if you're new. Hit that notification bell, the Z button. And don't forget to Hulk smash that comment section down below. And tell me in the comments what you guys think about this set for the lineup. I'll see you later.